Gundam.tk presents Wing Gundam. Hey, how you doing everybody? Robert184 from Gundam.tk, and I'm back with, part 3 now of my review of the Master Grade Wing Gundam. I still haven't put it together, but so far the plates are looking pretty cool, so I thought I'd show you that before everything gets put together. Don't forget to stick around for the full review in a day or two. Once you've got everything out of the wrappers, here's all the plates that you're going to get, the clear beam sabers, the polycaps, and a package of seals and stickers. The A plate is as impressive as ever. In this case, we're going to have 4 colors, which is pretty standard lately. For the clear parts, you're going to get the eyes and clear parts, including the helmet lens, and the sensor for the shield. Actually, I'm going to have to slap out my clear green paint from the 00 series. And I wonder, they give you a green sticker, but if I paint this clear part green, I wonder how that'll look. What's sort of cool, the yellow parts look good for the chest, for the Vulcans, and for the V-fin, and for around the jewel. But I was sort of impressed that these parts here are a little bit gunmetal-ish color, if I can say that. So it looks sort of cool, and I think those will look good when they're put on the Buster Rifle. Some very cool molded parts. Something you may have noticed if you've been building newer kits like Master Grade F91, etc., is just the quality and the way that these pieces are made. I'm sure that they couldn't have done this 10 years ago. So anyway, we've got big chunks here for the shield, including where the sensor is going to go on. The front armor with no channels for lining there, just some ridges. The 2 Hero Yui figures in tuxedo and in his green tank top. That looks cool. Something also very impressive is if you notice for the head here, you're going to have the top of the helmet is the sort of the back there, then you're going to slap 2 sides around it. So overall, we shouldn't have any visible seam lines, hopefully, if Bandai's done their engineering right. You get 2 C plates, including the main part of the wings, and if this was the mid-90s, those would have channels all over the place. Instead, it just has 1 down the middle. Some small white parts which are going to go onto the red part of the wings, and then we have these parts here that are standing up, which means when you cut these off, you're going to have the ugly part of the runner left over on the sides instead of sticking down on the front. So hopefully that's a good choice. The legs, it looks like you're going to slap those on either side, a big ankle protector there, and otherwise the shoulder parts, everything looks very well put together. The D plate is where all the blue comes in, so we're going to have the parts for the skirt, including the side skirts, actually look really big. The high grade 1/100th I'm just looking at looks a little bit longer than these though, but these look wider. Anyway, here we've got the shoulders, the chest parts, and everything. Again, if you just look at the detail here in these parts, very impressive molding so far on the plates. You're going to get 2 yellow-orange E plates, and you can notice these parts here. Something that I've noticed is that for sure when you see the unpainted image on the side of the box, you're going to have to put some black lining on these sort of jewel-ish things that go on the shoulders. But it's sort of cool that the claws actually aren't one piece. You're going to slap them together and put them on either forearm. Now, I don't know if my camera can quite capture this, but what you're seeing here is the G plate in ABS compared to the F plate, which is just regular plastics. But the color is a little bit different, so now I don't know if that's because of ABS or they just wanted to have an additional color. Anyway, when you're looking at the F plate, you're going to have a lot of cool but simple looking parts, and this is almost identical in color. I think it is identical to what's on the A plate, so I thought the Buster Rifle might have a slight color variation, similar to Master Grade Unicorn's Beam Magnum, is it? Anyway, but I think I might be wrong about that. The ABS G plate has something that's always pleasant to see. If you're looking inside the skirt, you're actually going to have solid pieces to put inside. And if you ever read Dengeki Hobby or Hobby Japan or the modeling magazines, they always take the empty parts and they always fill them. So it's always good when Bandai just gives you the parts. The most noticeable thing for me, they've got all the chest parts here, you've got a special connector there for the action base, but this is sort of cool. Well, in a way you're missing out because you don't get the 3 and trigger finger split, but you're going to get 4 different kinds of fists, so you should have a fist for pretty much anything that you're looking for. Finally, we'll wrap up with 2 H plates, and you can see the leg parts there, and pretty small parts on here, but overall, I am pretty impressed with all of the plates so far, and actually just the fine detail that goes into these parts. The high grade 1/100th costs 1,500 yen and this costs 4,000, but already this looks 2 or 3 times better, no doubt. Also, I shouldn't forget to mention the clear green beam sabers, which are bent here. You're just going to get the 2 of them, and very few polycaps, and hopefully that comes from the strength of the ABS plastic in the inner frame, that they're sort of going F91-ish and they don't need too many polycaps, but wow, I remember getting old Master Grades and just having a huge sheet of these, but in this case, very, very few. These dry decals, which are pretty easy to put on if you choose to put them on, I probably won't just because it doesn't quite suit what I remember from the anime. Anyway, very, very much version Ka inspired. They look pretty cool. The marking seals are all red with a few white ones put in there, but unlike the dry decals, which transfer pretty cleanly, unless you're good at cutting these out before putting them on, you'll probably see a little bit of the sticker around there, so unless you're really good at putting them on maybe, but that's something again I probably won't use. And by probably, I mean I'm not going to use them. For the main stickers themselves, again, very simple, so it looks like for the two clear parts, for the sensor and for the jewel in the chest, you can choose just to put these stickers underneath and then cover them up, so that might be cool, but maybe I'll break out the paints. I'm impressed that with the eye sticker they do include a tiny bit of white there you can see, so again that's something you don't have to go out with a paintbrush, and two lenses in green for the camera. Well, having the plates out before my eyes has just increased my desire to get this thing built. So anyway, everybody, stay tuned for a day or two. I will have this master grade Wing Gundam built up and a full review of it. And I hate to say this, but high grade 1/100th, things are not looking good for you. So as always, thanks to you guys for watching this. Hope you're as excited about this kit as I am. So anyway, if you like the vid, hit like and please subscribe so you can see the new vids. And always tell me what you think with a comment on the video or on the front page. Anyway, everybody, Robert184, Gundam.tk. Stay tuned for lots more Master Grade Wing Gundam. See you soon, everybody. Listen, I gotta tell you, I am a little bit worried here. But remember, like in my case, you never know until it's all put together to see how good it's actually going to turn out. メイドインジャパンのクオリティのプライド